Kia ora, good evening. Jacinda Ardern visited Boris Johnson's party pad today and came away with something to celebrate for young Kiwis. Big changes to the great Kiwi OE.
New Zealanders will now be able to apply for a working visa in the UK up to the age of 35, and it will last for 3 years as opposed to just 2. Europe correspondent Lisette Raymer reports.
Jacinda Ardern's walk to number 10 was bathed in sunshine. The cold reception was reserved for its resident only.
Prime Minister, is your leadership lacking? Are you drowning in sleeves?
The UK Prime Minister's leadership troubles left at the door.
Welcome, Jacinda Ardern.
His Kiwi counterpart choosing to instead focus on Ukraine, the UK free trade deal and the renewed use of her passport.
Thank you so much for the opportunity to meet here. You're absolutely right. This is first trip back into Europe since COVID-19.
The Prime Minister isn't the only one making a grand return to Europe post-COVID. The great Kiwi OE is back and it's about to get supercharged. Kiwis up to 35 years old will be able to apply for the visa, up from 30 years old, and they will be able to stay for 3 years.
It's reciprocal, so of course New Zealand benefits from having the exchange of skills, with Brits being able to come to New Zealand.
Ngāti Rānana taking over Boris Johnson's favourite party venue, Downing Street's back garden, for a completely above-board celebration. But don't go quitting your job just yet. It could be 2024 before it all kicks in.
We'll look to create as much urgency around implementation as we can.
Today has been a whirlwind tour of New Zealanders open for business engagements. From an early morning TV appearance to Downing Street, Jacinda Ardern is now here for a special address at Chatham House.
This visit represents much for me. It represents the reopening of borders and the resumption of travel after an incredibly difficult few years for Aotearoa New Zealand, but also the world.
2 famous houses ticked off.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you.
There's only one more stop to make. Royalty. In London, Lisette Raymer, Newshub.